woman to woman, get money. All these tips on how to become more feminine, we love that, right? But get money so you can move how you want to move in life, not move how you have to move. Work on your mindset. Leave the lack mindset in the past and move to an abundant mindset. You can do anything. If someone did it before you, why can't you do it? Stop being male-centered and be you-centered. Get the education, start the business, climb the corporate ladder if that's what you want to do, but get money, period. There are very few problems in life that having more money cannot fix. Do you hear me? Get the fucking money, period.
This message is for all the lover girls out there. I am your leader. Listen to me. When you first get to know a guy, I want you to think about one attribute of his, physical, characteristic, whatever, that is ugly, that you don't even like. You kind of get the ick, actually. Hold on to that. Hold on to that, bitch, because you're going to end up idolizing him, because we have the ability to love a roach. Like, we just have the ability to idolize and love anything. Hold on to that trait, because once you get into the relationship and you start idolizing him and you start acting out of character and being desperate and needing him, you're going to need something to bring you back down. Like, I always think about how my boyfriend's head is shaped like a peanut. And that just, I'm like, okay, I look like this, he got a peanut head.
One of the most liberating things you can do for yourself as a woman is be okay with changing your mind. You need to be okay with looking yourself in the mirror and saying, look, I thought this was a good decision. It's not anymore. I thought this was a good person for me. They're not anymore. You got married and you don't like it. Change your mind. I don't care if it's been one day. I don't care if it's been 10 years. Thought you wanted a bunch of kids. You had one. Maybe you don't like it that much. Change your mind. This will save you from so much pain. You will have some bullshit. Okay, that's how life goes. There's no avoiding that. But you don't have to prolong the bullshit. You do not have to stay in situations that you don't like anymore just because you made that decision once. Change your mind and don't feel shame about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't worry about what other people are going to think about it. You can decide to forgive somebody for something and then wake up one day and be like, you know what? I changed my mind. Exercise your free will. This is your life. You're okay to think whatever you want. You're okay to do whatever you want. Do not stay stuck in situations just because you're holding yourself to this impossible standard of never being able to change your mind. I can't stress this enough. It might be uncomfortable at first. Exercise your ability to change your freaking mind. It's okay.
Here are 10 things about men that I can't unhear. Black men treat black women like white men treat black men. Rich men abuse you through their money. Broke men abuse you through yours. No one makes a better girlfriend than a woman who hates men. Men want to be alone. They just don't want to do it by themselves. It may not be all men, but it's always a man. You want to know what it feels like to be disrespected? Take care of a man. If a man says he knows where his home is, what he really means is he knows where the person who cleans his home is. Never bring up another woman unless you're prepared to leave, lest you'll become the other woman. If you care about the love more than you do the money, you'll end up losing both. Men never leave. They just make your existence so miserable, you have no choice but to go. Here are 2 bonus extras just for the fun of it. If a man tells you that he doesn't want to get married, the with you is silent. If a man says nobody ever bought him anything, it's because he's priming you to buy him everything. And as always, decenter men, decenter outcomes. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2.
As a highly educated woman, I can tell you that you will benefit more if you pretend to be dumb. Pretend like you don't know the language and see how they treat you. Pretend like you don't know where you're going and see what directions they give you. Pretend like you don't understand spreadsheets and let them tell you what those spreadsheets mean. Pretend like you don't know how to read a prenup and take it to the best divorce attorney that you can find and let them negotiate the terms for you. It's always the most educated women that would be like, oh no, I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell them and I'm gonna show off and I'm gonna do. You don't have to do all of that as a woman. When you are the know-it-all in the room, you become a target. But when you are the most underestimated person in the room, you learn a lot about the people that you were in that room with, and you can save yourself from a lot of situations before they even play out. And I know there are going to be people to be like, well, why would you tell women to do this? You know, women need to be educated, blah, blah, blah. Yes, get the education. Yes, learn everything there is to learn about whatever industry you're in. But when it comes to interacting with other people, you will benefit more from pretending to be dumb.
A woman without money is a woman without power. You can literally be the most beautiful girl in the room, but if you do not have your own money, you're going to always be dependent on somebody else's decisions about your life. Without money, you literally stay stuck in jobs that drain your soul because you need the paycheck. You stay stuck in situations that do not serve you whatsoever because you can't afford to leave. Been there, done that with both, and it is awful. And this is not even because you're not capable. The system actually benefits from keeping women financially dependent. They want you to believe that wanting to make a lot of money makes you greedy. But money isn't even about materialism. It is about freedom. When you have your own money, everything changes. You make decisions based on what's best for you, not what you can afford. You don't have to ask for permission to invest into yourself. Let this be your little reminder, okay? This is why I built my business, and this is why I teach women how to start their own Amazon business to actually have freedom in their lives for once. Because, you know, financial independence is not even about like buying nice things. It has nothing to do with that. It's about just having the power to control your own destiny. Money gives you options. Money gives you a voice. And a woman with her own money writes her own story, and a woman without money lives in somebody else's story. So what woman are you? Which one are you going to choose?
This is for the younger girls. Listen up. This is like a big sister advice, okay? Go to the gym, take care of your health. Whenever you eat, learn the 80-20 rule. Feed your mind, take care of your mind. Go read a book, go read articles, be knowledgeable. Have hobbies, that's very important. Learn how to make your own money, that's also very important. If you can, go solo travel. If you can, go live by yourself. Learn how to cook your own meals. Be nice to other people. Compliment other people. Learn how to dress well. You don't have to buy like the most expensive stuff. Yung mga suot ko minsan galing TikTok shop. It's how you wear the products, how you present yourself. Make friends, go party. Do not be too dependent on other people, okay? It's okay to be dependent on other people, but not too dependent, especially to men. Especially you're still so young, okay? Because once you do those things for yourself, you will naturally have higher standards, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're actually giving or doing yourself a favor. So, yeah, yun lang naman. It's going to be 2025 in a few weeks, so I'm so excited for you. And yeah, live your life. Huwag mo na kayo mag-asawa.
Put the dress on. Wear the heels. Stop waiting for the perfect occasion to get dressed up and to look your best. One thing that I did that helped me glow up was I stopped waiting to look good. I stopped waiting to do my hair for the perfect day. Stop waiting to get my nails done for the perfect time. Stop waiting to wear the dress for the specific occasion. If I'm going to the grocery store, I'm glam. If I'm going to the corner store, I'm glam. I'm throwing on my heels. I don't care where I'm going. I am going to look my best. And it's not about what is looking at me or what's attractive to me. It's about how I feel about myself. And it starts with you. Small things. Put it on your rings. Put it on your bracelets. Put it on your heels. Put it on the skirt. Put it on the dress. Stop waiting for the perfect occasion. You are the occasion. You are the occasion. You are the occasion. You woke up this morning. You had breath breathing into your lungs. Why are we waiting for the perfect time? Why are we waiting for things to be perfect for us to rock that dress? To wear that new jacket? Sis, you are the occasion, okay? Step one of glowing up. Know who you are. Stand in it, move in it, breathe in it, live in it. You are the occasion. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The time is right now.
Part 2 of the things I learned the hard way so you don't have to. People that try to humble you are just triggered because they resent you for having the confidence they wish they had. People start talking badly about you when you start to outshine them. Let them watch. That's all they'll ever get to do. People that act like they don't see you are actually watching twice as hard. People that have the most to say have the least to show. Learn to see rejection for what it actually is. You are not being rejected, you are being protected. People who talk badly about others usually hate their own lives. Do not waste your time explaining yourself to people who have already made up their minds about you. Making you the villain just suits some people's story. The ones who are meant to stay in your life will find a way. Holding on to people that add no value to your life will only drain you and keep you small. Do not keep explaining your worth. Your absence will say it louder. Men do not joke. They test boundaries and they decide if they are joking based upon your reaction. Calling you toxic is easier than admitting that he didn't treat you right. Your ex was not hotter than you, he was just taller than you. There is a difference. The only reason people would want to humble you is because you make them feel inferior. They don't know how to level up, so they want to bring you down. If you want commitment, but you're dating somebody who says they don't know what they want yet, they're not ready for commitment, or they want to go with the flow, that man is not for you, that man is confused, or you are not his dream girl. He likes you, but he just doesn't like you enough. Stop wasting your time. Stop fighting to be a part of someone else's confusion. If you know what you want, but they don't, stop trying to convince them to be with you. You should not have to convince anyone to want to be with you. It doesn't make you loyal. It doesn't make you wifey material. It's embarrassing, and you need to work on your self-esteem and your self-worth.
Woman to woman, girl to girl in your early 20s, if there's one thing I can tell you that I'm realizing, and I'm happy that I am young and I'm catching this drift right now, focus on yourself. Focus on your passions. Focus on your career. I've given my blood, sweat, tears, soul to relationships and like guys since I was 14 years old. That sounds so bad. I'm truly a lover girl at heart. I love love. I love loving. I love receiving love. Like, love is just beautiful. Love make the world go round. If you don't detach yourself from this until you have gotten yourself stable and financially good, mentally good, physically good, it will literally destroy your life. I almost didn't graduate high school. Till this day, bitch, I struggle. I still struggle. Don't let my ass fool you. But one thing that I am not struggling on is focusing on me and putting myself first. I'm gonna be doing what I gotta do, whether I'm sad, whether I'm angry, it don't matter. I'm still gonna be showing up to the gym. I'm still gonna show up to school. I'm still gonna work through it all, through the pain. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. Do what you gotta do. Do not let these emotions, girls, we are so emotional. We are sensitive, and I get that. Take a few minutes to cry, but that's it. This is literally one of the most important years of our life because we are building our foundation. We are planting our seeds. If you let these relationships and you let these guys distract you, then when you're 30, when you're 40, which I understand this happens to a lot of women, I'm not saying it's bad, wouldn't you want to have it figured out earlier and not figure it out and go through so much pain 20 years down along the line? No, it's now. So if you don't put yourself first, then who will?
If you're a girly, please watch this. If you're a guy, keep scrolling. If there's one thing that I can convey on my TikTok, one message that I can send out there to girls, it is please, please focus on your education. Focus on becoming the most powerful and the most educated version of yourself. Growing up, my parents would always stress education, but I don't think I truly understood the value until I graduated from med school and became a doctor and started practicing as a physician. I've been able to set myself up to take care of people in the most meaningful and profound way to me, and this is not something that I take lightly. But I would not have been able to get this far if I didn't focus and prioritize my education. You are so incredibly beautiful, and no one else is you. That is your superpower. But we will all age. One thing that's going to continue building on itself and growing as we age is our wisdom and our education. That is something that nobody can take away from us. There are so many women that I have met that are in vulnerable positions and cannot get out of those positions because they are financially dependent on someone and they are not able to have full autonomy and control over their life. That absolutely breaks my heart. And I want to stress that this doesn't have to be medicine related. Whatever it is that lights your joy, that makes you excited, that you're passionate about and you want to work towards, find that and chase that and be absolutely delusional about your goals within that field. And then you're going to get to a point when you're reflecting on your life and your journey, and you're going to be really proud of yourself for making the decisions that you did and for sticking through even when things got really hard. I pray and hope that you have the courage to chase what brings you joy and to feel the gratification from making those decisions.
I'm so glad I'm not married right now. I'm so glad I don't have a kid. I'm so glad I lived my 20s. I'm so glad I'm not the same person I was when I was 22. I don't want you to waste your 20s thinking that you need to find someone to marry you because everybody else around you is getting married. I firmly believe like you do not know who you are until you're at least 28 to even like 35. If I had to pick an age of when I finally felt like myself, I would say it's 29. I truly love all the good and bad parts of myself. Like I feel confidently like myself, like I know who I am, I know what I want. I can envision the life that I want, and it's a completely different life to what I thought I wanted it to be. The life that you once wanted wasn't really like something that you wanted, it was like what society wanted of you, and I don't believe that you can get to this point until you discover who you are. There's a reason why the divorce rate is so high, because a lot of people get married in their 20s, and can you just imagine, like you graduate college at like 23, you go into the world and you work a few years, you're like 25, 26, and you still don't know who you are because you haven't lived your life, you haven't traveled, you haven't moved, you haven't done things for yourself. And if you're feeling lost and confused and like unsure about what you want to do out of your life, that is normal. Like I felt that way, and I used to always feel like the black sheep because everyone stayed in their career for 5, 6, 8 years. I only stayed at a job max 2 years, and ever since then it's been like a year max, and I've just been going to the next place because I like wanted to do something I wanted to do, and I didn't want to just settle with a job, a place, or a person if it wasn't for me. The reason I'm saying all of this is because I ran into 2 people that I knew from high school. They wish they would have done something when they had the freedom to do so, but now that they have a family or they're married, the family's here, whatever that might be, they're now kind of a little bit more locked in because of those commitments. But because I didn't have that commitment, I had the flexibility to do whatever I wanted. I did what I wanted. And even though there were a ton of hard, difficult things in my life, I wouldn't have taken back any of those moments because I am where I am supposed to be. If there's anything that you get out of this video, is that you should go do whatever you feel like is best. If you want to go see the world, you can. You don't need a ton of money. You can do hostels, you can volunteer, the wall packers. There's so many things that you can do in exchange to travel. And I think traveling is so incredibly important. I didn't have the resources or finances until I was in my late 20s, and I'm so glad I just went and did it. And I did it by myself. You don't need people to go with. You can just do it on your own. And it's okay to be alone and do things that you enjoy and figure out what you want. I just can't wait for everyone to get to the point in their lives where they can show up authentically as their entire self.
I'm 28, and I'll give this advice to my daughter, to any young girl, to girls my age, and even girls older than me. Walk away. Every single time. 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 50 times. Walk away. There is a stigma attached to walking away. The stigma attached to starting over. The stigma, and women sometimes put down women for walking away, for somehow not sticking it through, for not staying 50 years in loveless situations just to say we did it for many years. You somehow suffocate. And when you look at women who are free, who walk away, who choose themselves, we make those women feel like so bad. So I'm off. Look, I love a good relationship. I love a great love story. But there's no greater love story than the story where you love yourself. I'm going to give you a quick backstory. Back when my mom was ill with cancer, first of all, let me preface, I have a great dad. I have an amazing dad. He is spectacular. Mwah, give me 10 of those. However, for some reason, while she was diagnosed, I guess she wasn't able to satisfy him sexually. I'm not sure. I didn't ask. I don't know. I was just 9. However, he cheated. And he not only cheated, he got someone in the community. Well, he got someone away from the community into the community. And she felt both cheated on and disrespected. And while that lady was suffering from cancer, when she needed love and support the most, and dad, he doesn't have TikTok. However, and that man has changed, married, and he's amazing. Okay, I'm not spitting tea on my dad. I'm just saying that for whatever reason he fell short. And what she showed me, she left him. She asked him to leave her home. He lived in her house, and she asked him to leave, and she suffered from that heartbreak. Like she felt heartbroken. But you want to know something? She taught me a valuable lesson. And she taught me how to walk away. And while she's a great person, he's a great dad, she showed me, even if you're ill, even if you really need someone, even if you feel like you'll literally die without them, because literally dying, she walked away. And that make it less, erase the stigma from people going through divorces, from people walking away from relationships. We are told as women that we have to be the glue that holds the whole thing together. And when we walk away, we are shamed for it. Oh, you failed. Oh, you didn't get that workout. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'll always choose myself over and over because I love myself. And I'm telling a young girl today, and I'll tell my daughter, and I'll tell any girl, If you feel like you're not absolutely being loved the way like you feel like you deserve in those books, walk away. You deserve the best love. And if you never get it from someone, be brave enough to give it to yourself and walk away when you're not getting it from the person. Walk away.
I turned 40 November 8th, but I feel like I need to give you 20-something-year-olds and 30-something-year-olds some advice on how to build your discernment, build your confidence, and not let these little boys play in your face. I remember when I was in my 30s, this guy that was just interested in me told me that he owned a house. Now, I find that because I owned a property, a lot of men, when they approach me, they almost get into this immediate mental warfare of just trying to compete with me by saying, oh, I also own a blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, great. Like, let's talk about it. Now, this gentleman tells me he owns a property. Me being me, I do background checks. I started doing background checks in my 30s just because men lie. That's it. They lie. I remember when I got to my 30s, I started asking questions like, are you married? Are you engaged? Does someone think you're married to them? Does someone think you're engaged to them? Are you broken up? Are you single? Are you living with anyone? Like, I literally started asking these prerequisite questions because I realized that if me just saying, are you single, was the only question I asked, they would be like, well, you never asked me if I was living with my ex. That's how insane it is. So once again, they lied. But anyway, I decided to go online and I searched his name, first and last name, get the first and last name, search his name, no properties came up. Other properties came up that was associated with who potentially is his mother, his father, and I was like, interesting. I do also have someone that do official background checks. That was done. There were no properties. So I specifically asked, I was like, do you own a property, right? Or have you just invested? He's like, no, I own a property and I collect income. I collect passive income from said property. I was like, oh, interesting. Do you think I went back to him and asked him? Do you think I went back to him and say, oh, well, I looked up, like, are you sure? That man know he lied. There's no added value or benefit of me asking him a damn question about his lie. He already know he lies. I found out that he lied. What kind of conversation do I need to have with that man? I need to run. I need to fucking run. Because next thing you know, he's going to be trying to convince me that, oh, well, since I own a property and you own a property, maybe we should own a property together. Because now he's gotten into my good graces. Now he's manipulated me. Now I feel safe because I'm now dating someone on the same financial status that I'm on, because that's the mental warfare that happens. Okay? And then suddenly I'm married to this man, having children with this man, and I've now bought a house and put his name on it. That man don't own not a damn house. Not in these United States of America. Not south of the Mississippi River. Not north of the Mississippi River. So why the hell would I continue having a conversation with him? Y'all need to learn. Y'all need to use discernment, and y'all need to not have these men play on your weaknesses. And I don't know if your moms or your aunts or your grandmothers never taught you this, but women don't give men money. Women don't give men money. Men give women money. I'm gonna see my dad soon. I will have my dad and my grandfather tell you guys this. A man don't beg nobody for nothing. And if he comes to you with his hands out, that ain't no man.